Cowboys second-year cornerback Daron Bland just broke the all-time NFL record for pick sixes in a season. It's week 12. Daron Bland may end up being a first-team All-Pro and is currently in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. But for most people besides Cowboys fans, it seems that this guy came out of nowhere this season. Where did he come from really though? Let's find out. Daron Bland attended and played football at Central Catholic High School in Modesto, California, where he excelled, being named the Valley Oak League Defensive Player of the Year in his senior season. Coming out of high school though, he was essentially a non-prospect. He had no presence on any major recruiting publications and was extremely unknown. His only scholarship offer is from local FCS competitor Sacramento State. Having no other real options to continue his football career, Bland of course committed to Sacramento State. He played 3 seasons there where he did well, earning first-team All-Big Sky honors in his junior season. Bland's last year of eligibility was delayed though, as COVID canceled Sacramento State's 2020 season. Following that season off, he decided to enter the transfer portal. Bland ended up staying local but moved up into the FBS division of college football, committing to Fresno State. Being at a larger school, Bland could now hopefully get his name on the radar of NFL teams in an attempt to make a career out of football. Bland didn't shatter any records at Fresno State, but he was able to get on NFL teams' radars as an undrafted free agent or possibly a day 3 pick. While in college, he didn't display any of his new trademark ball hawk skills though, only recording 5 interceptions in 43 games. Despite this, he was headed for the NFL, but whether he would be drafted or not was uncertain. Bland was not a well-known prospect at all, not even being invited to the NFL Combine. Bland was able to put his athletic traits on display at Fresno State's Pro Day though, where he did pretty well. As the draft came around, there was only one team who was really in on Bland, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys met with Bland late into the draft cycle in an attempt to keep him as their secret. This proved to be a good strategy, as following the Cowboys meeting with Bland, he began to receive attention from multiple other teams. Due to how late in the draft cycle Bland was discovered though, he didn't even have enough time to visit with every team that was interested. Come draft day, it was clear who would be picking Bland. As everyone involved with Bland had expected, he was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the 5th round with the 167th pick. Bland was the 21st corner taken in the draft. Yeah, 20 different corners were taken over him. Looking back now, knowing what Bland has become, it seems so absurd, but it really speaks to how great Dallas scouts and draft personnel did finding him. Following the draft, Bland showed off in training camp enough to make the Cowboys' 53-man roster, though he was not going to start. For the first 3 weeks of 2022, Bland didn't touch the field at all on defense, though he was getting consistent reps on special teams. Week 4 though, Bland would get his first taste of being an NFL quarterback, playing 80% of snaps on defense and recording his first career interception at the hands of Carson Wentz. The team wasn't completely sold on Bland yet though, as he recorded 0 snaps on defense the next 2 weeks. In the Cowboys' Week 7 game against the Lions, starting nickel corner Jordan Lewis broke his foot, ending his season and forcing Bland to step up into the nickel role. Beginning in Week 9, Bland would start every game for the Cowboys except for one for the rest of the season. This allowed him to truly flash his potential as a starter in the back half of the season, recording 4 more interceptions, including his first ever 2-pick game against the Colts. Bland ended his first season by playing every single snap in the Cowboys' 2 playoff games, recording 18 tackles and a pass defended. Though he didn't get that much attention outside of Dallas, the 2022 season was absolutely a success for Bland. Most 5th round picks don't have anywhere near that kind of success in their rookie year. Heading into 2023, Bland was a bit of an afterthought at corner, considering he was playing alongside star cornerback Trayvon Diggs, another lethal young ball hawk. In addition, Jordan Lewis would be making his return in Week 2, and the Cowboys had traded for former Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore in the offseason, forcing Bland out of his starting role. Though he wasn't starting, Bland got sufficient playing time in the first 2 weeks, playing 79% of snaps Week 1 where he recorded his first pick 6 of the season, and 55% in Week 2 due to Jordan Lewis being eased back in. Tragedy struck during practice in between Weeks 2 and 3 though, as Trayvon Diggs tore his ACL, ending his season and once again forcing Bland into his starting role, this time playing the boundary though, something he hadn't done too much of in his NFL career. Bland embraced his new role, as in just his 2nd start of the season he recorded 2 interceptions against the Patriots, returning 1 for a touchdown, his 2nd of the short-lived season. Bland would go without a pick the next 2 weeks, though he struck again in Week 7 against the Rams, snagging his 4th interception of the season and his 3rd pick six. Bland was pretty quiet the next week in the Cowboys' close loss to the Eagles, but will once again make noise in Week 10, picking off Giants rookie Tommy DeVito and bringing his league-leading interception total up to 5. The next week against Carolina, Bland picked up another pick six off of number 1 overall pick Bryce Young, tying the NFL record for most pick sixes in the season at 4 in just Week 11. On Thanksgiving Day, with Bland eyeing history, the Cowboys faced off against the Commanders and their interception-prone quarterback Sam Howell. The Cowboys absolutely dominated the Commanders, leading 38-10 with just under 5 minutes to go in the game. With the ball just across midfield, Sam Howell dropped back and threw a quick out route for what should have been an easy completion, but Daron Bland baited him perfectly and jumped the route. Bland's 7th pick of the season, but could it be his record-breaking 5th pick six? With 3 men standing in his way of the end zone, Bland pulled off an amazing Dante Hall-esque return, juking out 3 Commanders at once on his way to an electric record-breaking touchdown. Just listen to this call by Jim Nantz. Absolute chills.
2nd and 10. There it is! This is history! If Bland can take it the distance, this will be the record! Bland for the 5th time has a pick six! It's never happened in the history of the NFL!
Following his record-breaking week, Bland picked up another huge interception for the Cowboys, a pivotal moment in a close game against the Seahawks. These performances led to him being named NFC Defensive Player of the Month, a well-deserved, amazing accomplishment. At the time of me writing this, Daron Bland has started just 10 games and has a league-leading 8 interceptions and an all-time record of 5 pick sixes. There are still 5 more games left in the season for Bland to add to these totals. We may never see a season like this ever again, especially from a second-year 5th-round pick. Daron Bland's journey from non-prospect to FCS standout to NFL legend has been one for the history books, and he's only going to get better. The Cowboys have a potential superstar on their hands, and for Daron Bland, the sky is the limit.